Dotson to get going. They know he is extremely dangerous.
They feed Azubuike on Samuel, turns and scores. And only fitting on senior night in Allen Fieldhouse for Azubuike. Marcus Garrett's been dealing with problems with his feet, but he's playing, as is Azubuike with the right ankle. And Ledee commits the foul, and it's an and one opportunity for Doak.
They'll stay in this zone. Got to mix things up a little bit.
Garrett, lob, Azubuike. Well, in the first meeting, won by Kansas in
special shape. He's lost a ton of weight. I mean, how about calling him a little bit of the comeback kid in terms of what he's done to Virginia?
Abaji able to thread that lob. TCU has 14 fouls, but 2 against Ledee and 2 against Samuel. Dotson unable to finish. Azubuike trying to go back up. Greer got a hand on that on the backside to prevent Azubuike from scoring again.
Boy, that was...
Got Dotson, who leads the Big 12 in scoring, 18 a game. Baines second in the league in scoring, and Azubuike making the early statement tonight. He had
an offensive baller, meaning he can score buckets on the perimeter. He's gotten hot, which will bode extremely well for TCU.
So Kansas goes back to the reliable Azubuike. Already made tonight by Dennis.
Yeah, and I looked over at the bench looking at Coach Self, and it looked like he said to himself, I told those guys to pre-rotate.
Kansas needs a bucket, so they go to Azubuike. 7 of 13 threes. Garrett looks to go up with it, and it bounces off. Azubuike there, though, to clean it up.
They're playing this zone, which has given them some success, and they...
A rare miss for TCU. Dotson, tough scoop shot. Azubuike. It's 8.
Yeah, and that was created by Moss's non-pressure on Bain. He's too good of a passer.
Great entry pass over the top from Garrett to feed Azubuike, who now has back-to-back games. Brown passed up to 3. Floater. Tip Azubuike. Second chance good and 1.
Would step up, namely, Greer got it going a minute ago. This can't be just bang.
Azubuike's tied a career high with 29 points. And there's a new career high on senior night in Lawrence for Udoka as
just they need to generate points from the three-point line. It's really remarkable they've played so well to be in this ball game without hitting any threes.
Azubuike, beautiful move down low.
Boy, it's Coleman had to switch off. He's got no chance down there.
Azubuike throws it down right in Coleman's face.
Oh, it has played with in years past. It plays with a much slower tempo. What a pass.
Azubuike and one.
Feeding Doak again, but this time pushed out by Nembhard, trying to back him down into the lane. Hands it off with a quick pass to Garrett. Timeout TCU. And
going to get the ball inside to Doak early. Well, there's the answer.
And they immediately collapse, which sets up Avaji for three. And Aruna. That's a brick, but it's an Azubuike rebound. Christian Brown. Yes.
That's not a brick.
Ever. It seems with him shooting it. Kansas has been shooting over 60% for the majority of the first half. Here's Brown trying a step back. He rattles one off.
He went three.
Garrett thought about it. He'll drive it instead. Floats it up to Azubuike. Right back to Garrett. Flips it home. Garrett. Offensive rebound, Azubuike. Dotson for three again. He's got another. 29.
Devon doesn't mind that from him because he's such a good isolation player. But this is going to be a problem.
Double comes, Avaji slices.
Yep. Good decision by Avaji to wreck. Now Culver's got Garrett. Oh, nice back cut.
And Brown lays it in.
Nicely designed play.
In America, in your last two games before the Big 12 tournament.
They have lost really some tough games. Lost in overtime here to Kentucky.
And it looks like 3 seconds will be.
The volleyball coach. They double him up.
Azubuike fights for room. Turns it over.
What he's been doing.
And grow up a little bit, if you will, and get a little more comfortable. TCU jumps into that zone.
3 seconds going against the Jayhawks.
Bill's got to do everything you can to get multiple guys in front of him to try to keep him off the board.
Azubuike stepped on the baseline. Out of bounds to TCU with under a minute to play. In history still.
And a great basketball player in his own right, Jeff was.
Azubuike had an offensive rebound and it was knocked away. But there's Dotson.
In terms of looking and seeking and finding opportunities.
Moss put it on the floor and then threw it off Azubuike's knee.
I mean, playing here, Mark, IU and Kansas.
Garrett over the top to Azubuike. You got a 3-second call first, though.
And see that
Reed had a chance to get to that, lost his footing. I'm not sure if he was bumped or just lost the footing. 3-second violation has to be. Yes, good call from the officials. Here's the button. Let's see if no double team one-on-one. Mayreen played them well. That's a walk. That's a walk. Yep.
One too many steps for the big guy.
And the big guy is holding his foot.
TJ Holyfield. That's a little.
Be a little bit more consistent. The coaching staff told us from Kansas.
Clark goes at Azubuike. And the tip ball.
Ledee.
His way here early in the second half.
Dennis saw an opening, and Azubuike bats it away with 4 on the
injury. The hip injury, he had so much success, especially at Boston.
Shot clock again, winding down for TCU, and a lob. Trying to lay in, now the tip.
And now foul against Kansas.
That's a side ball screen, and you're worried about the ball and being able to turn the corner and get to the basket.
Kansas first possession belongs to Baylor. Little hesitation move, floater by Mitchell, no. And as it says, Baylor, Kansas joined by Gonzaga and San Diego State right now as the 4 number 1 seeds today for Udoka Azubuike. Butler forcing and hitting. Off-balance shot by Young.
He got Azubuike in the air and couldn't finish.
Up for him to get to the basket.
Doolittle
Off Azubuike on the backside.
Doolittle responds. Kansas Oklahoma game. He's got 2 already today. Doolittle measuring. Harmon starts his move off the Doolittle screen. Too much. Alondas Williams neutralized there. Totally with you, Brad.
I've lost my mind like that on occasion.
Azubuike erased.
Going right. He goes 95 miles an hour to the right hand.
McCabe, that's a 2. Good. Bit of a broken floor, so Saboyan blocked by Azubuike. Screen Saboyan. McCabe shooting over Dope, too strong, but there's the offensive. Under a minute to go. Saboyan blocked by Azubuike.
Down.
It's as easy as I have seen it all year. Bain off the.
Hart between John Bones Jones and Dominique Reyes. They'll also have LeBron's first game at the Chase Center.
Coleman gets Azubuike caught on a switch. Foul line jumper right over the top of Dope.
Heat set. He is an excellent shooter.
Sims over Azubuike.
Right now, Kansas is taking Texas totally out of what they want to do on the offensive end.
Somehow high. Ramey, old school scoop. That won't go. Banged off the top 10 of the top 5. That even number 1 that have gone on at some point to lose.
Yeah, and the cream.
Shannon from out of Chicago. He loves to drive. There it is. Wow. Both these teams, they're unselfish. They will find open people. Now you watch the cut here by Clark along that baseline. He played with Luka Garza, but he didn't play with the Garza that's playing now for Iowa. They'll let him drive with the basketball against Azubuike. I'll bring him out.
Dan turns the ball over at a high rate. They're going to have to take care of it in order to win this game.
John Fulkerson a little bit strong.
His way here early in the second half.
Dennis saw an opening, and Azubuike bats it away with 4 on the
injury. The hip injury, he had so much success, especially at Boston.
15 in the first. That's a long 3 with the shot clock winding.
In Lawrence at Allen Fieldhouse. Ochai Agbaji with a 3 for Kansas. Oklahoma State.
Lob it up over the top.
be a little bit more consistent. The coaching staff told us from Kansas.
Clark goes at Azubuike. And the tip follow.
On Bain this time. 5 minutes to go first half. Now Azubuike switched on him at Bain. Launches a three.
And meet the pressure that Kansas is trying to apply.
3 to shoot. Bain got another one.
He baskets.
Bain says, "You're going to leave me open, I'm going to shoot it." Shot clock again winding down for TCU, and a lob. Trying to lay in, now the tip in.
Around a long time, so that helps as well.
Yeah, Gene, I agree 100% with you too, and I think they probably will look a little.
Jana get it back to Maywee with the left hand off the window. Nice shot.
Basically, they're big guy involved, just as they are right there.
Sloan on a pick and roll to Maywee. How about that?
Perfectly
Double teamed. Nene bails him out, draws the foul on Azubuike.
And did a good job.
Devon Dotson, the leading scorer in the Big 12, misses a three. And now it bounces into the... Baylor, as mentioned, winning by 12 at Allen Fieldhouse 6 weeks ago. Floater, too strong.
That's a side ball screen, and you're worried about the ball and being able to turn the corner and get to the basket.
After that pass, Butler. Gillespie. What a Kansas first possession belongs to Baylor. Little hesitation move. Floater by Mitchell. No. And as Bandu gives him a shooter off the bench. Finds Gillespie. Another rejection for Azubuike. He's got 9 field goals today. Would you say at least 7 of them are dunks, Jay? Feels like it, right? Heck, had they fouled Azubuike instead of Dotson. Now all of a sudden it's 7. Butler. Wow.
Shot clock at 5. Crossover by Jackson. Off balance 3. Still. Young spins and a jump hook over Azubuike.
Harmon starts his move off the Doolittle screen. Too much. Alondas Williams neutralized there.
Going right. He goes 95 miles an hour to the right hand.
McCabe, that's a 2. Good. Sprino Saboyan. McCabe shooting over Doak. Too strong, but there's the offensive.
It's as easy as I have seen it all year.
Bain off the...
And a new 20 seconds to shoot for Texas. Here's Coleman. Steps inside for 2. That won't. Coleman gets Azubuike caught on a switch. Foul line jumper right over the top of Doak. Sims down the lane. Over Azubuike, and that's
right now. Kansas is taking Texas totally out of what they want to do on the offensive end.
Somehow high. Ramey, old school scoop. That won't go. Banged off the top 10 of the top 5. That even number 1 that have gone on at some point to lose.
Yeah, and the cream.
Get better and better and better.
Little pick and roll. And holding.
He played with Luka Garza, but he didn't play the Garza that's playing now for Iowa.
Here's Ramey.
I thought that was a tough.
They average about 7 a game.
Now, what else is new?
10 points in the first 5 minutes of the second half for Udoka Azubuike.
Christian Doolittle handling here, and he is their top scorer. Jumper. And that one
off the bench, but got the start from Juan Kruger tonight.
The enemy looking for the lob, and he finds Doolittle.
Get to the rim that time. You help off a corner shooter, and you give up a wide open 3 to...
On the road. Playing with a lot of confidence. Nice slip pass. And Vital had it blocked by Azubuike. Another shot clock. He can make plays. And he got it too deep, and the big fella intimidated him. He threw it. Mitchell had it stolen away by Azubuike. Have a handle, and almost everybody can dribble. Not quite as good as this guy. Step back jack.
Trying to create some space. Azubuike switches on him, and the Nixon jumper in and out.
Only shooting 31% from beyond the arc.
And tonight, 22% so far, 4 of 18. He'll take.
That's huge. And Culver is a front court scorer.
McCabe running 3 threes. This is the freshman, Miles McBride, out of Moeller High School in Cincinnati. That's a deep 3.
Trouble.
Fuller. Samuel over Abaji off the left side.
They've been going inside more and more lately. Let's see if they can get Doak in foul trouble.
Tough fadeaway. Loren hit the side of the backboard, challenged by Azubuike. Azubuike all over Ane and forces the travel. Ane with the left hand comes up short.
Holds off the right rim, but the idea was...
Landers whips a pass inside to Chimanga, and he lays it in over Azubuike.
Boy, what a... Rodriguez. And up over Doak. By DeSosa. By the way, Ray Sutton, their leading scorer, looking inside. Spin move. Doak says, no, I'm not buying that.
Остается пас на Керри. Керри бросает не точно. Тут как тут.
Silva rebounded by Azubuike, his 8th.
Alexander, boy, trying to bang with Azubuike. He's given up about 60 pounds in that match.
As Clemson out of sorts again. Thomas in the paint. Hook shot way off. And a ball bounce.
Here's a shot on the other end. And can't keep matching 2s with 3s or they're going to get blown out. Delgado. Oh, talk about back.
They made crazy, unbelievably quick and good shots. But Kansas is dominating this game. Make choices.
And a tough fadeaway by Hamilton out there. Smith, yet another offensive
lead. But he's a legitimate All-American candidate.
Latin, rainbow jump.
Take the star out a little bit.
And for the first time in 10 games, Devontae Graham gets a rest. McNeese off the window. Christian James sets up McNeese. 5 to shoot. McNeese fades away.
Good about him, especially coming off the win against Baylor.
Bain trying to get it going.
Boy, him as a coach in college basketball.
Hall of Famer. Shot clock winding down, got it off in time, and Ledee is. By the way, the foul was on Ledee at the other end. A couple just in around, finds Greer. Greer with the left hand, scores.
Oh, nice. His way here early in the second half.
Dennis saw an opening, and Azubuike bats it away with 4 on the.
Look at the space Moss is giving Bain. I don't think you can do that with him. Yep.
Dotson was having to walk
and execute on, and the counter by Dotson. Wow. During the hip injury, he had so much success, especially at Boston.
5 to shoot, a 2 from Nembhard. You're rounded out. Ledee, offensive rebound, finds Greer, who's fouled by Moss. Azubuike may come up
for Snead. Still going. Yes.
In the country, Jake Toulson, one of the best shot makers that you're going to find.
Great shot maker right there.
Moss has really given good minutes and good offense to Kansas.
Runner by Butler not there. Left hand no.
He couldn't block it.
And again, it all started with the offensive rebound by Azubuike.
Prentice Nixon, high finger roll, that won't go.
Shooting after the game on Saturday went from 29 to 35.
Azubuike snatches it. Bolted along 2, quiets the crowd. Off balance shot by Young. Offensive rebound, Jacobson puts it back up. Won't go.
And the first thing I'm looking for is who is Marcus Garrett guarding? He's guarding Brady Manick. Reeves happens as frequently as Haley's Comet.
But maybe even less. There's a drive at a 2. Yeah, Oklahoma right now has missed 4 straight shots, and we'll see where the offense comes from with Manick out.
Perry standards. And how about the improvement of Nick Richards?
Yes.
I loved his quote a couple weeks ago when he said, "What is
good stuff, very healthy." Reeves dissuaded.
Nova.
That's a travel. Udoka starting this morning. Reeves around the corner, undaunted too. Alondis Williams neutralized there.
Well, you know what? He was well coached in high school. He was a point guard for 4 years, and it's why.
Ledee.
His way here early in the second half.
Dennis saw an opening, and Azubuike bats it away with 4 on the shot.
Execute on, and the counter by Dotson. Wow. During the hip injury, he had so much success, especially at Boston.
15 in the first. That's a long 3 with the shot clock winding.
McGriff in the lane, tied up by Garrett and Udoka Azubuike. In Lawrence at Allen Fieldhouse. Ochai Agbaji with a 3 for Kansas. Oklahoma State. Loren hit the side of the backboard, challenged by Azubuike.
Lob it up over the
Robinson Earl down the lane, caught, rejected, and a shot.